Hello everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome to this session on Yoga for Vitality. My name is Sarah Finger, and I'd love to share with you a practice on helping us to invoke and welcome the power of the present moment. One of the things that yoga can offer us is this opportunity with every breath and every pose and every sensation to remember that there is infinite potential. And when we really connect to that through our breath, through our bodies, and remember that this now is filled with whatever power, whatever abundance, whatever love and joy, and just pure potentiality that we want there to be, then we can really start to consciously create the life that we want, the reality that we desire. So I'm going to share with you a very short and relatively basic sequence to help us to unlock some of the unconscious patterns that get lodged in our body through asana, a breath technique to help to welcome the source of abundance and potential that's around us through the breath and visualization. And then we'll do a brief meditation at the end to reveal our sankalpa, our intention for the new year, what it is that resonates with you, what it is that's really meaningful to you and your unique purpose in this world at this time. And we'll embed that into the deepest layers of our unconscious. So I'm excited and to share this with you. All you'll need is, if you have a sticky mat. If you have 2 blocks, great. If not, that's okay. You can also use a couple of books if need be. All right, let's get started. We're going to come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Feel free to sit up on a cushion or a blanket if you need a little more support. Sit up nice and tall. Allow the sitting bones to root down into the support of the floor. Your spine to naturally lift and lengthen up. Relaxing the tops of the shoulders. Just connecting to your breath. You can even place one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. Noticing the quality of your breath in this moment without needing to force or strain or manipulate it in any way. Just let your breath be breathed. Keeping your eyes closed. We'll rest now the backs of the hands to the knees. I'm going to bring in a visualization here. So at first, I'd like you to just visualize from the top of your head down to the middle of your pelvic floor. This line, maybe it's a streak or a laser beam or a golden thread. See if you can visualize this line like an antenna that connects a part of you that is form-based, matter-based at the base of your spine to the part of you that is unlimited and unbounded at the crown of your head. With your next inhalation, let the rib cage, the lungs, the side body expand, and sense that you draw in this electromagnetic field of light that moves in from the crown of your head, travels down that central channel to just in front of your sacrum. As you happen to breathe out, the belly pulls in, and sense that that light and that radiance charges out into each cell of your body, and your joints become spacious. Breathing in, you open up to receive light, radiance, magnetism from the top of your head down that line to just in front of your sacrum. As you breathe out, the belly pulls in and you transform that light, that radiance into your physical body. As you happen to inhale, you can silently add a sound, sa, the sound of pure energy. And on your exhale, silently add the sound, hum, the sound of transformation. Breathing in, sa moves down from the top of your head to the base of your spine. Hum as you breathe out, distributing that intelligence into each cell of your body. One more breath like this on your own, sensing as you breathe in that you open up to pure potential. As you breathe out, you charge that potential into your physical body. I'm going to take a smooth breath in here. As you next happen to breathe out, interlace your fingers, stretch your arms forward and round your spine. Let your head drop down, stretch right in between your shoulder blades. As you breathe in, stretch your arms wide, palms up, gaze up, make space across your collarbones. As you exhale, lace your fingers, stretch your arms forward and round your spine. And now adding that visual and your breath in, feel sa, this electromagnetism crown to base. On your exhale, hum, feel that distribution of energy, your joints becoming spacious. Again, sa as you breathe in, top of the head to the base of the spine. And hum as you breathe out into each cell of your body. Take this once more on your own, just moving to your own breath and your own pace. You don't have to worry about keeping up with mine. Just find a natural rhythm. Now keeping your fingers interlaced, take an inhale and stretch the arms right up overhead. Take a smooth inhale. On your exhale, press your palms up towards the ceiling. And then inhale to lengthen a little longer and taller through your spine. As you exhale, take a gentle twist to your right. Left arm in front, right arm behind you. Propping up onto your fingertips. Feel as you breathe in that line of your spine lengthening. And as you breathe out, gently rotate around that axis of your spine. Just be really conscious about how you're choosing to feel this next inhalation. To feel the length of your spine. Gently rotate without force, without strain. Inhale, stretch the arms back up overhead. Now interlace your fingers so the opposite pointer finger is in front. Press your palms up, root your seat down. Inhale, grow long and tall. Exhale, a gentle twist to your left. Right arm in front of you, left arm behind you, propping up onto your fingertips. Breathing in, feel that connection, crown to base. As you breathe out, rotate without collapsing. Just go as best you can without force. Sa, as you breathe in, top of the head to the base. And hum as you breathe out, gentle rotation around your spine. Breathing in, reach the arms back up. Bring your palms to touch. Lower your hands down the midline of your body. And let's come up onto hands and knees in cat pose. Take your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers comfortably wide. And just moving with your breath. As you happen to inhale, curl your toes into the floor. Reach the center of your chest forward. Face looks up, sit bones lift. As you happen to exhale, press the tops of the feet into the floor, rounding your spine, dropping your head. Inhale, arch the upper back, face looks up, sit bones lift. Back, the neck is long. Exhale, press the tops of the feet into the mat, pulling your belly button up away from your mat. Release your head. And now add the visual here as you breathe in, sense that this light moves down from the crown of your head to the base of your spine. And on your exhale, the belly pulls in and you charge that light into each cell of your body. Breathing in, opening up to pure potential, sa, the sound of pure energy, and hum, the sound of transformation, transforming that potential into your body. Now let's come back into a neutral position with the spine. Walk your hands just a little forward of your shoulders. Curl your toes into the mat. Keep pressing your hands down and slowly begin to reach your hips up and back, making your way into downward facing dog. And some of you might want to take your feet a little wider for this first down dog, or even bend your knees a little bit. So as you press your hands firmly into the mat, your hips and thighs reach up away from the mat. And then you can really feel your head and neck easeful, reconnecting to that central channel, top of the head to the base. So like a vessel, it's always open, always receptive, able to communicate with clarity. On your next breath in, look forward to your hands. Now walk your feet towards your hands towards your feet. You can bend your knees a little bit here so your belly rests on your thighs, letting your head drop down. Just relax the head a little here. Shake it out, side to side and forward and back. Relax your jaw. Just notice if you're holding cerebral tension in your face or your neck. And just opening up to feeling, not to thinking or planning. Just getting receptive here. Keep your knees soft and walk your hands up the fronts of your thighs so that your head is the last to come up. We'll come all the way up into a standing position, Tadasana, mountain pose. So getting conscious about how you're aligning your body. Heels behind the widest part of your feet, and then like you could draw or suction the earth up through the soles of your feet. Notice how that gets your legs strong and stable and steady. Keep that as you bring your palms to face forward so you have an openness and expansiveness across your heart. And then your head and neck just freely floating on the tip of your spine. And feel what it feels like in this pose to be steady and grounded and rooted, and at the same time open and receptive and inspired. We'll move on the breath now. You can follow me, starting with the sun breath. As you happen to breathe in, stretch the arms out and up overhead, letting your palms press a little in front of you. On your exhale, fold forward over your legs, hinging at your hips. Let your head drop at the bottom. Inhale, bring your hands to your shin bones, lengthen your spine, gaze a little bit forward. On your exhale, soften your knees and fold back forward over the legs. Breathing in, stretch the arms out, around, and all the way up. Bring your palms to press at the top. On your exhale, lower your hands down the midline of your body, standing tall. Do this again. Sweep the arms around and up. Sense with your in-breath that you open up to that pure potential, crown to base. Hum as you fold forward over the legs, releasing your head. Soften your knees. Inhale your hands to your shin bones, lengthen your spine, gaze a little bit forward. On your exhale, fold back forward over your legs. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale the arms out, around and up, feeling that light, that potential from the top of the head to the base. On your exhale, hands come down the midline of the body as you charge that light, that potential into your physical body. Let's add on, sweep the arms around and up, just moving inside the breath. Feel the breath initiate the movement. On your exhale, you fold gently forward over your legs, like you're moving through water. Take your hands to your shin bones, lengthen your spine, gaze a little bit forward. On your exhale, bend your knees. If you have blocks, place them right underneath your hands and step your left foot way back to low lunge. Just be sure that the right knee is right over your ankle, your back heel's pressing back, center of the chest forward, relaxing your jaw, your face, your eyes. Now take the blocks to the side of the mat, palms to the floor. Step your right foot back to plank or modified planks. You can always drop your knees here to support your low back and your belly. Keep your gaze forward on your in-breath. On your out-breath, bend your elbows straight back, come all the way down to the mat in one unit. Press back through your toes and then peel your chest, your neck, your head up off the mat. Feel that you're leading from your heart, not from the head, not from force or strain. Connect to the wisdom of your breath. Take a smooth inhale. On your exhale, lower your head to the floor. Curl your toes, press back either to hands and knees, or you can press back to plank pose. And then slowly lift the hips up and back, spreading the fingers wide. Press well into the thumb and forefinger. So again, being really mindful and conscious about how you're positioning your body in this moment so that it suits you and your breath. On your inhale, look forward to your hands. On your exhale, walk, step, or jump your feet to meet your hands. Take your hands to your shins, lengthening your spine, prepare. On your exhale, soften your knees and fold forward over the legs. On your inhale, circle the arms around and up, feeling that line, top of the head to the base. Exhale your hands down the midline of your body, charging that light out into each cell of your body. Again, sweep the arms around and up. Feel the breath begin, the movement follows. Exhale carries you forward, right back over the legs. Inhale, hands to your shins, lengthen your spine, gaze a little forward. On your exhale, hands to the blocks and step your right foot way back to low lunge. Keep the left knee right over your ankle, back heel pressing back, center of the chest forward. So you feel this dynamic opposition, back thigh strong, heart reaching forward. Now take your blocks to the side of the mat, palms flat. Step your left foot back to plank, or again, feel free to drop your knees here to modify. Breathe in here. On your exhale again, lower either half or all the way down to the mat in one unit. This time you can inhale either to baby cobra again, or upward facing if that's part of your practice. Sliding your hands back a couple of inches, lifting your belly, your hips, your thighs, even your knees in upward facing dog. And then curl your toes and pull back into downward facing dog. I just really invite you in this practice to take the option that suits your body. So if your intention for the new year is health, what is the option that's going to be most healthy for you? If it's ease, what gives you ease? If it's peace, what makes you feel at peace? So let your actions be informed by your intention. Breathing in, look forward to your hands. Breathing out, either walk, step, or jump your feet to meet your hands. Bring your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, soften your knees and fold forward. Breathing in, arms stretch out and up, feeling that awareness, sa, moving down as you rise up. And then the hands come down the midline of your body, back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's take one more on the breath. Surya Namaskar A, reaching the arms up as you breathe in, and Sa, moving down. Forward bend as you breathe out. Releasing your head, soften your knees. Inhale, come halfway up into a flat back, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, bend your knees. Step your left and your right foot back to plank pose. Inhale, plank. On your exhale, take your choice of chaturanga, half or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, either to up dog or baby cobra. So I'll show the modification here. Press the tops of the feet down. On your exhale, press slowly back to downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide. Knees can be slightly bent to accommodate a nice long spine, to accommodate the free flow of breath and life force energy in your body. Just making sure you're making that your priority. Look up on your inhale, bottom of the exhale. You can either walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Hands to your shins as you lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Breathing in, stretch the arms out and up. See the palms press at the top. And exhale your hands down the midline of your body. Standing tall in Tadasana. So let's take a moment here. Floating the arms alongside you. Feel free to close your eyes if you're comfortable closing your eyes. Notice what you feel, your heart beating, your breath breathing, and heat you've created. Just getting really conscious and connected to those shifts as they happen. Now we're going to step one foot straight back so that you step towards the side of your mat. And you can point your toes out a little bit here. In fact, we're going to turn the toes out so they come towards the corner edges of your mat. Legs are about a leg's distance apart or even slightly shorter. We're going to move on the breath here. As you breathe in, you'll stretch the arms out and up overhead until they touch at the top. And as you exhale, we'll bend the knees and lower the hands down the midline of the body. Just make sure the knees line up over the second toe. If they don't, point your toes in a little bit. Okay, inhale, circle the arms out and up. Again, like you're gathering this potential, this energy. Exhale, lower your hands down the midline of your body. Again, circle the arms out and up and feel Sa, electromagnetism, top of the head to the base. Hum as you exhale, charging that magnetism out into each cell of your body. One more time, Sa as you breathe in, opening up to receive. And hum as you breathe out, feeling a sense of embodiment. Pause here with your knees bent and your palms to touch. Now, if you can, open the middle three fingers. So your thumb and your pinky finger touch, middle three fingers open up, like a lotus flower blossoming. And I'm going to show you what this looks like a little bit closer so you can see. Padma Mudra. And it's the potential of the lotus flower to blossom, to bloom, to rise above the mud, the muck, the darkness, and to realize its full potential. Now slowly straighten the legs, reach the arms up overhead. You're offering up a flower, a potential to that infinite organizing power. Lower your hands down. Take your hands to your hips, pivot the toes in, keep your heels wide. As you breathe in, engage your belly and look up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, forward bend over your legs, hinging at your hips. Here's where a couple of blocks or books might come in handy. So if your hands don't reach the floor, place them on blocks or books, just so you can, it can accommodate finding a nice long, spacious spine. And then breathing wherever you are. Not needing to get anywhere. Or feeling like as you are now is somehow inadequate. Can you just connect to where you feel a sensation in your body, letting that sensation be your end goal. As you next happen to breathe in, lengthen your spine, bend the knees a little bit, take your hands to your hips, and with a long spine, begin to rise up through a flat back. Take your hands to your lower back, lift up through the center of your chest, keep the back of your neck long, and then come back to center. You can either step or jump your feet back to the top of your mat, standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Now we're going to focus the eyes on a point, a little bit in front of you, something that's not moving. If you have a wall nearby, feel free to use the wall. We'll shift the weight over to the left foot, lifting the right heel up off the mat. Roll the right thigh open and place your foot either to your calf or your ankle, or if you can, place your foot high to the inner left thigh. So getting really rooted with your standing leg. Press your foot into your thigh into your foot. Palms touch. Eyes steady on one point. Stay here or reach your arms up overhead. And if you fall, you fall. Notice what happens when we get thrown off balance. What does it do to our intentions? Can you stay in that vibration of what your intention is? Bring your palms, hands to your hips, draw your right knee in, lower it down, pedal the feet a little bit, and switch sides. Shifting away to your left foot, lift the right heel up off the mat. Shifting away to your right foot, left heel comes up off the mat. Roll your left thigh open. And again, you can place the foot to your calf or your ankle. Feel free to use a wall if you have one nearby. Either stay here or place your foot high to the inner right thigh. And press your foot into your thigh into your foot. Eyes steady on one point. Just committing to this pose, this one pose. Stay with it. Maybe your arms stretch up, maybe not. And then begin to lower your hands back down, midline of your body if your arms are up overhead. Hands to your hips, draw your left knee in and lower the foot down. Pedal your feet a little bit and just come back to Tadasana. Can you stand in this pose? Now that that pose is done, can you come back to this source of potential? What's available to you here and now in this posture? As you inhale, stretch the arms up overhead like it's the first one you did, welcoming that light, that radiant sob. As you breathe out, use the whole breath to carry you forward over the legs. Breathing in, lengthen your spine, preparing to now bend the knees, plant the hands, step one and the other foot back to downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll lower the knees down onto the mat. Swing your legs around in front. Scoot forward to the front edge of your mat. Reach your arms up out in front of you. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, begin to lower down one vertebra at a time. When you get to the very bottom, and lay down onto your back. Take a moment. Notice what you feel. Is that the right way to feel? And now we'll bend at the elbows. Press the upper arms into the floor. Feet firmly rooted into the mat and lift your hips up, coming into bridge pose. Keep rooting down into the big toe mound of your feet. Extend your arms alongside you. If you can, interlace your fingers and nestle the shoulder blades in towards one another. If you can't interlace your fingers, you can always hold on to the edges of your mat. And that will help you to work your shoulder blades in a little bit. Keep rooting into your feet, especially the inner edges of your feet. And breathe in and out. Strengthening your legs, strengthening your buttocks, and strengthening the muscles along your spine. Smooth inhale. Now lift your heels. On your next exhale, release your hands and lower down one vertebra at a time. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Circle your knees a little bit in one direction. And circle them in the opposite direction. Placing your left foot on the mat, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Lift your left foot up off the floor and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh, gently drawing your left knee in. So to protect your right knee, flex this right foot deeply, and it will begin to engage the muscles around the knee joints. A few conscious breaths in and out. Breathing into the area in the outer right hip. And the hips and the backs of the legs relate to our lower consciousness, part of us that gets stuck, attached, that has false beliefs about who we really are. So just freeing up those attachments, those blockages with your breath and with the stretch. Lower your left foot down, uncross the ankle, and switch sides. Taking your left foot on top of the right thigh, flex the left foot deeply, lift the right foot up and interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, gently drawing your right knee in. Relax your shoulders, soften your jaw. And just listening to the feedback you're getting from your body. Having this intimacy with yourself. It's how we get more connected to our own truth. Lower your right foot down, uncross the ankle. Take your feet now as wide as your mat. And roll both knees to the right. Letting your left thigh roll inward a little bit. Keep your left hip kind of anchoring down towards the mat. And then come back to center and roll both knees to your left, to your right thigh, levers inward. Keep releasing your right hip down towards the mat, so you feel it won't touch the floor, but you're just feeling your pelvis heavy and weighted. And then come back to center. Draw your knees in one last time, give them a little squeeze. And we're going to do our visualization. If you'd like to do it in a reclined position, you can do this in Shavasana, corpse pose, with your palms facing up and your head releasing into the mat. If you feel you'd like to come into a seated position, which is where I'm going to come into now, you can roll over to one side and come on up into an upright seated position. But whatever you prefer, you can do this laying down or sitting up. You can even sit up against the wall. Whichever option you're choosing now. Just close your eyes. Rest the backs of your hands either on the mat or on your knees. Bring your mind's eye to the space right in the middle of your brain. Visualize at the middle of your brain this electric blue color, representing the screen of your mind, your consciousness. And then written in white writing on the screen of your mind, write the word, an intention, a sankalpa, that which resonates with your spirit, your individual spirit. And whatever comes up, let it arise naturally in a word form. See that word written on the screen of your mind in white writing, in your handwriting. Now let that word transform into a seed form. And let the seed of your intention begin to drop down to your throat. So just see the word or vibrate the word at your throat. Down into your heart. Silently say that word at your heart. Down into your navel. Silently say the word at your navel. Down into your pelvis. Say the word at your pelvis. And down to the very base of your spine, your pelvic floor, where this seed can take root. Just let it be embedded, the very deepest layers of your being, of your unconscious. Now let that seed turn into a red mist of light. Feel that red mist of light expanding out into each cell of your body and into this rose gold mist of light around you that shimmers into gold and into pure white light. Feel each cell of your body infused with your intention, your sankalpa. If you're on your back, you can gently begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Rolling to your side. Come on up to a seated position. Join your palms to touch and bow your head down. Just remembering the light, the love, the wisdom, the infinite potential that resides within you. Tap into this daily and let it flood into each moment of your living. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.